Streaming every day, living that dream. In the digital realm, looking pristine. Life on the screen, it's a whole new scene. Nugs, snacks, and late night hacks. Say your 420 never lack, always on track. Green haze, purple haze, snacky attack. Life's a video game, always ready to zap. We up blaze on, it's 420 dawn. Say your 420 streaming to the break of dawn. Controller in hand, eyes red, never gone. Game of life like a king sitting on the throne. Pixels popping, headsets on tight. Twitch chat buzzing, freaks out all night. Packing that bite, mellow sounds ignite. High scores climbing, every level in sight. 420 warrior, waking big routine. Streaming every day, living that dream. In the digital realm, looking pristine. Life on the screen, it's a whole new scene. Nugs, snacks, and late night hacks. Say your 420 never lack, always on track. Green haze, purple haze, snacky attack. Life's a video game, always ready to zap. We up blaze on, it's 420 dawn. Say your 420 streaming to the break of dawn. Controller in hand, eyes red, never gone. Game of life like a king sitting on the throne. Pixels popping, headsets on tight. Twitch chat buzzing, freaks out all night. Packing that bite, mellow sounds ignite. High scores climbing, every level in sight. 420 warrior, waking big routine. Streaming every day, living that dream. In the digital realm, looking pristine. Life on the screen, it's a whole new scene.
Morning, bestie. How you doing today? Hey, Bob. Hey, Wizard. Hello, military gal.
We up blaze on, it's 420 dawn. Say your 420 streaming to the break of dawn. Controller in hand, eyes red, never gone. Game of life like a king sitting on the throne. Pixels popping, headsets on tight. Twitch chat buzzing, freaks out all night. Packing that bite.
Yeah, I feel that.
High scores climbing, every level in sight.
I do. I do.
Streaming every day, living that dream.
I'm doing pretty good, though. Thank you.
Life on the screen, it's a whole new scene.
Welcome on in, everybody. I am Sadie 420, and we're here Monday, April 27, 2026, with your Football Manager Superstar League here on Football Manager 26. Ready to bring you Season 2 Closing Stage Semifinals and the 2 games of that semifinal. We have Cancun versus versus Irapuato. And then we have rivalries versus Atlante today. 3 of our managed teams are all still in the playoffs, and they get to face off against each other. A little cold in the house right now. A little cold out there today. I was just seeing what the temps were real quick. Sorry. Just making it right, folks. On the writing on the wall, mastermind, I sit down by the soul. PJ is on. I see him there. Let's go ahead and get into the game. There we are, everybody. And the writings on the wall, rusty man, I sit upon the soul. So here we are, everybody, getting ready for that rivalries and Atlante matchup. And we are going to attend that Cancun and Irapuato matchup. we're not in a channel. We don't get to do it, you. How you doing, PJ? Atlante, one of the better teams out there that possesses the balls, and a good passing team at 90%. Going to be taking on Alabre. He's one of the more improved teams this back half. And we are just looking at the closing stages. Thank you. 45 goals for Atlante. Alabre, he's had 24, coming in 5th place right there in 16 games. Third in the league with their 24. And back to that attacking side, Parker Jacob, 21 goals through 17 games, trying to go ahead. Or I'm sorry, through 16 games. He is 17 years old. Trying to fend off Bob Royal, the hype man, and keeping him from getting any more of those goals. Over on the assist side, that other ump coming on in, just subbed for 6 months in a row. Let's go. How you doing, that other ump? Good morning, brother. Hope travel's been well. Easy. Appreciate that, brother. Let's fucking go. Assisted Cristobal Carpa out there doing his work. Hey, Sandwich Lord. Trying to get the hype train going. Let's go. Sandwich Lord in the chat. Sandwich rocks. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, friend. Thank you for the sub right there as well. 19 months in a row, and that's 30 months in a row. Holy wow. 30 months in a row. Hey! What time you start? And remember, everybody, if we do hit hype, all your boosts are multiplied by the level of the hype. Go ahead and get more bang for your buck. Ooh, shit. You excited? I'm excited for you, man. What are the hours? That means you start at like 5? Damn, well, can't I forget it, though. Remember, we just need one more person, one sub. I think 100 bits. I'm not sure if that's how it works anymore. Used to be how it works. But if we can get that hype train rolling up to that level 2, everybody gets a little bit more. Woo. Golly. Oh, okay. You got in a little bit early? Well, PJ isn't letting that go by. There it is right there. PJ coming on in, getting that up to a hype level. That means now everybody gets just a little... Oh, no, we are short. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you're riding with your... Oh, okay. Completing level 1 combined support events totaling... What? Since when? Bro, it says 1,600 bits. Since when was it that much for a level fucking 1 hype, bro? Nah, man. They're fucking around, bro. We got the hype, yo. Wow. Let's go. Woo! Unwritten Natasha Bedingfield? I don't think I've heard that one before. As soon as I hear it, I'm going to know. I know this one. All right. Well, if we hit level 2 hype, we will get you extra boost right there. We're at 81%. It says you need 4 boosts or 1,600 bits. And that was never that way. That is something new. See, I knew you were doing a construction job. I didn't know you were doing it with your dad, though. Which is fucking badass. I think that's pretty cool, man. Just getting us up to the game, everybody. Getting us up to the game. Reebok sets new record. O'Kane sets new record. Isla sets new record. Del Campo sets new record, unfortunately. Morelia is on the outside looking in. Wah, wah. 2 minutes left. Can we hit that level 2 hype? Bro, you guys are here, right? You guys are going to play? He's not able to play the second game, I can tell you that. He'll have to leave for after the first match, so... Whoa, hold up. Dude, it will not let me sign these guys. It only will let me terminate their trial. And I want them... And it won't let me. Wow. Okay. Hello, mate. Just scrolling through Twitch, finding people who are streaming, and came across your stream. Was wondering what the save idea was. So the save idea, Dave OFM, and thank you for coming on in. Or Davo FM. Sorry, I think I've heard of your name before, Davo. So Davo, this is a create a player league with real managers in an online league setting. And I do apologize, we are down to just 4 managers now. So that is what it is, kind of. Alright, gents. We are at game time. Let's go ahead and get into that match if we could. We should be attending that Cancun matchup. Right now, we have Ala, Brahees, and Atlante on the other side. That's going to be the PJ matchup versus that other ump. And we're going to watch Cancun versus Irapuato, which is the Hebrew Hammers team and the CPU. Deo. Okay, Devo. Yep, Devo. So the first one was right. Yep. Devo. Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's something we've been doing for a long time now. We ran it as a single player file on FM24. Or 25, or whatever the one was before this. I don't remember anymore. And it was a great idea that we figured we'd try to bring over here for an online league. And unfortunately, FM26 is kind of a shell of what it was. Whoa. Why is my camera on? There we go. Okay. That was scary. All right, everybody, and here we are. I believe we're in Irapuato, yeah. Irapuato. We are going to go ahead and stay with the normal setup, everybody, and that's going to be the 1.25 key and 4-0 between highlights. That should be 3-0, but we'll leave it up. Sosa now back to Alvarado. Alvarado up to Santana. Irapuato trying to get that first goal here against the Iguanas. The Iguanas, one of the stingier teams here in the league, allowing the least goals against and scoring the most goals for. Oh, and that's going to be offside. Unfortunately, a free kick given right there. We'll keep that action moving, everybody, here now in the 9th minute, approaching minute 10 in the rain. Irapuato's been on the attack most of the time. Cancun can't get the ball on their foot. Sosa working it back to the center of the pitch here now, middle of the field. Working it down the left-hand side, D'Angelo up into Santana. Santana, long shot right there. Guadino has to make the save. And there will be a corner afterwards. 3 shots for Irapuato, 2 of them on target. Cancun unable to find that net yet. Carpa down close there. Trejo turned away by the defense. Will be a corner. Sandwich rocks in the corner there. Swings it in. Turned in by Darth Gator, and they get the first goal right there. Cancun Iguanas find the way to keep that pressure on and get the goal in and put one in the back of the net. Sandwich rocks with a beautiful feed on in. A whole gaggle of Iguanas in the Irapuato crowd. And Darth Gator's head finds the ball and puts it in the back of the net. Now all the way back down here on the attacking zone are the Iguanas. 15 minutes played and ready to go ahead and bury this Irapuato team if they can. Turned over though right there. And they're coming back on the counterattack. Sandoval slowing things down now. Back up the middle of the pitch to Garza. Garza back to D'Angelo. D'Angelo up to Del Checo. Saeed Del Checo shows and he misses. Saeed is such a dangerous goal scorer for this Irapuato team. He missing so close. Guzman now down over to Carpa. Cristobal Carpa, that is your Carp ODB player. Bob Royal, the hype man, missing out on some boosts right there. Cristobal Carpa now in, turn away. Mukau not allowing the ball to go back, though, keeping that pressure on for the Iguanas. Gator scores again. Carpa with the assist. Now that's 2 goals, and this team is just too much. Thank you, Davo. So right now, I try not to run a team. I'm just like the announcer, you know what I mean? Just the commentary. That's what I am. So that way I'm not favoring one team versus the other. Now, right now, there's only one user team in this one, so I am kind of the home announcer for the Cancun Iguanas. In any of the other matchups that you'll see, I'll try to play a little bit of a neutral role. But I favor a team always. I'm a homer. Aguirre right there, coming on down the right-hand side, working it to the goal line, and turned away by the defense. But Cancun keeps the ball on their foot. Sandwich rocks up to Carpa. Carpa over to Gator. Gator to goal. And that's the hat trick right there for your Darth Gator. Darth Gator gets the hat trick and scores. Let's go. Iguanas up by 3. And there is never a doubt when they take the field that they're going to be one to watch. Hey, we got a Pokemon in the chat, everybody. Get your Pokemon out. Get your Pokecheck on. Do me a favor. Catch that Pokemon. 3-0 here with just 25 played. We'll go ahead and see if we can't look at the other scores and see what we have going on. 0-0 in other action. Alabrahes and Atlante working themselves to a draw so far. Doldan tries to get it through. Just can't. Gator working it down. Aguirre coming on down, crosses on in, and Darth Gator gets the 4th goal right there. Now Darth Gator this year has been down on the goals. I want to say maybe only scored about 6 when they were already in double digits in the first half. Really putting it on right here. 4 goals here in the game, letting Irapuato know that they're still here. That cross is so dangerous for that Cancun team right there. Aguirre just coming on down and finding the open man. Now we are going to be moving across the pond as this Mexican league. Just because I dye my hair blue, people tend to misgender me today them a lot. One time I go to McDonald's, ordered my usual lunch, and they cook. They ordered how many food? I guess I don't get that one. Sorry. 4-0, Darth Gator, your goal scorer here. Sandwich Rock, Cristobal Carpa, Bob Royal, and Aguirre are your assist machine. Cancun. Ooh, Martillo Hammer. Second half underway here now, and it's been all iguanas through the first half. Bravo catches the ball. Oh, I'm a group. I got you. That makes more sense now. Irapuato comes down and scores, breaks the clean sheet, and the shutout for Cancun. Ooh. Galindo just misses the header right there. Garcia gets to the ball and puts it past Guadino for the goal. Is this where Irapuato starts to make their comeback? Or will Cancun bury them with their attack? Gator playing... Oh, I just noticed Cancun is playing a different formation. I don't think I've ever seen them play this. Usually they play that straight back, no striker role. Oh, shice. You know it's real whenever they put a striker in. Bastardo, Sucio Bastardo with the warning right there. Being told to keep it clean. Rivera goes real close, but it goes over. And we still have a 4-1 game here in the second half. Iguanas, middle of the field now, working it down the left-hand side. Over to Parma. Parma tries to get around his man and can. Davo says, anyways, as I said, I am networking, doing my own save on stream. Just started a Schalke save. Pretty simple compared to this save, but FM is FM. Exactly, Davo. Let me go ahead and make sure I drop you a follow. Like I said, I think I've raided into you before, actually. Now I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Dreadlock Rasta. I'm not sure, but I know I've definitely heard of you in the community. I do this Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm very consistent. We add Fridays as a third secondary day, like for us if we need to catch up on some stuff, we're going to use it. But we definitely always hit our Mondays and Wednesdays on this game. I find if I play this every day, then the save just goes too quickly, and the players don't get time to actually build up and get to grow. Del Angel now up to Santana. Santana Garcia, and over the net right there. 4-1-80 played. A Schalke save, and I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I'll return the favor. Absolute legend. I stream on evenings here in the UK time zone. Yeah. That's about my midday. I'll look for you while I'm at work. Because it's about 11:51 for you right now, right? See, I hope to catch a lot of like UK people while they're not working. You know what I mean? While they're at home. Maybe on lunch. Alabrahes with the 1-goal lead right now over at Lante. And what is going on here? It says full time, but it also says 75 minutes. And we still were at their 75-minute. O'Kane sets new record for Morelia. 7 goals, or 7 assists for Sean O'Kane. 1-0 Atlante down. Again, I was going to say, this is not the standings. What the F-E-D F? There's the standings. Alabrahe's able to jump up to 3rd place, getting 20 points in on the table before the end of the second stage. Correcaminos with 19, Morelia with 19. They've been bounced, though. Already gone and unable to play. Oh, you're only 5 hours. Oh, okay. You're at university, so it's like I can work around that schedule. Loving your players. We make memes on Wordplay. Like my player called Corridor, being the word hallway. Yeah. I like that. Ha ha ha. That is a really cool way. Okay. That's the best type. The simple jokes make the most effective ones for sure. 90 minutes played. We got a little bit of added time here. Will Alabrahe's hold on and defeat Atlante. You've just been ran through the court. Oh! Yo! And really, it's been, your player just ran him through. 91 here. Come on, Atlante. Such a good goal-scoring team, and Alabrahe's is stoning them right now. I did all my money. Full time right there. 1-0. Go ahead and hit that continue button, gents. And we'll go ahead and move forward just one day. And then we'll go look at the highlights from that Alabrahe's and Atlante matchup. All right, give me a second here. Let's get into it. There it is. Wow. Atlante. 58%. What? 22 shots, 10 of those on target. And unfortunately for Atlante, they can't get a goal scored on Alabrahe's and Muro Ochoa. Ochoa and Dan Bruschi forming a fantastic defense back there and keeping the ball out. Bruschi gets 1 assist, and let's go look at that goal right here. Will you be live today, Davo? Bruschi in, on to Cruz, and right on in. Bruschi just taking that down to the goal line and finding a way to put it through. I'm going to clip that. I'm going to try to put some of Bruschi's highlights together. I can't really figure out a way to make good clips for this game. It's such a tough game that get angles on and everything. I do. It's so difficult. That other up with the boost. We can go ahead and hit continue. I know PJ won't be able to stay for the second game. So now we are doing just the the semifinals for this closing stage here today, everybody. We will then go ahead and switch it on over back to our Bradford City file. Kind of the genesis and origin of this idea. Hell yeah, Davo. That's pretty cool. Let's get laid with a raid from our friend Future future. How you doing, Raiders? Welcome on in. I am CTR 420, and we are vibing, thriving, having an amazing start to our week, and we hope you are too. Welcome on in. How you doing today? How we doing, Liquid Snake? How's everybody doing today? Let's go. Hope everyone's having a great day. Here we are, everybody, in your Football Manager Superstar League here on Football Manager 26. Down in the Superstar League in Mexico, the second division right now. We are in the playoffs here in the semifinals. Atlante and Alabrejis playing against each other. Alabrejis has a 1-goal lead in this game as we head to the second stage. Irapuato down 4 goals to Cancun. No problem, man. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate you coming on in. Thank you. Exactly. That's it exactly right there. Just coming on in and chilling. I will be at work, so it will be hard for me to chat, but I'll definitely try to stop on in. Just editing a video? Hell yeah. Yeah. Excellent, Liquid Snake. And you can change your world. With the price of your soul. Oh, the Bantams. Yeah, baby, up the chickens. You know what's up, Davo. Dude, we are a Bradford City fan all the way through. Where's my chicken at? There's my chicken. Look at my bantam, baby. Gator, Pizzuto, Mukau up front. Rock, Royal, Carpa, Guzman. Said, Talcheco up front. Garcia. Trejo swings it in, bounced on off by Irapuato. Gator with another goal right there. Gator has been quiet, like I said. 4 goals in the last game, a 5th right here, putting it on. Wow, we are here spotlighting the team. Booneri puts it in the back of the net. Great finish right there. Now Talcheco comes on down. Said, dangerous right here, but can't feed the ball in. Sosa saved by Guadino. Hits the post right there, just can't finish. Oh, what a finish that would have been. Unfortunate for the Iguanas. And Bravo comes out, makes the save. Rocks to Aguera. Aguera up to Carpa. Carpa. And Cristobal Carpa finally gets another goal right here. Parker Jacobs in danger of not being the league leading goal scorer as Carpa buries another one finally. It had been all Darth Gata, but finally Cristobal Carpa finds a way to put it in the back of the net. Cancun with the 2-goal lead, up by 5 on aggregate, leading 6-1 here. This is all but over. Cancun already counting their time before they head off to the championship match for the second stage. Now do know, on Wednesday we will play the second stage closing championship match, and then we will play the championship match, which is the first stage versus the second stage, whoever that is. I think even if Cancun wins twice, there's going to be whoever the second place person is. I think that's how it goes. We're going to find out. But we will be playing that match as well on Wednesday. We'll wrap up everything there. We'll take Friday off, as is on the schedule. And I'll do my best to figure out what the heck we're going to do with this league and how we move forward with it. It may have to take a week off. It may not. I don't know yet. For the football manager's parts, maybe we'll go ahead and play the Bradford City file while we're still looking for how we make this work the proper way. I will have to go ahead and move a lot of players over. Now that shouldn't be too hard, being the players are in the file already, and I should just have to move them over. We'll take a little bit of time though, so yeah. Work with me as we work through this, and we'll have this up and running again real soon. I imagine just 1 week off, and then we'll be right back again with the regularly scheduled programming. I think we are going to move things down to just Monday and Wednesday. It gives that time for us to breathe, let the matches go, and it gives me time to go ahead and interact with the file where I need to. Those Friday matches, maybe we'll leave for any championship matches that we have. And we'll have that right there as well. Gator with another goal right there. Sorry I'm doing a lot of talking over this game, but when it's 7-1, it's not a very interesting game. Unfortunately, Iguanas putting mad pressure on Irapuato right here, and Irapuato has no answer. They are a really good team. A team that was able to go ahead and win and come on in to this next stage. They beat Guadalajara. This is kind of what happens in a real blowout when, the home announcers are talking about how Randy has a kid, and that kid went on to become, Bob, and Bob's now here watching in the stands. They had no, Randy was somebody he went to high school with too. He doesn't even play soccer. But his kid's in the stands, so we're going to talk about it. And that is what kind of happens during blowouts, right? They just talk about the wildest thing. Hey, what's up, Mr. 420 Blaze? Good to see you, man. Aguirre. Back over to Pizzuto. Pizzuto in the Gator. Gator. Trejo can't score. Would have made it 8-1. Would have had that snowman on the aggregate. Goal, Javier Isaac Tones puts it in the back of the net, and they score their one goal in the game. Just kind of the gentleman's goal right there, right? Not being blown out and just getting a goal and putting it on in. Royal now has it as the goalkeeper's kick gets onto the Iguana's foot. And Gator is on a mission here this playoff. 6 goals in the games that we have watched. Wow. Darth Gator on a mission. Nice shot to the right side. Trejo swings it down to Bastardo. Bastardo. Can Bastardo get a goal? He doesn't, but Cristobal Carpa does. Cristobal Carpa buries that one right there. And we have ourselves another goal from the Carp Man. 9 goals for Cancun. And that's a carp to carp action right there. Bastardo and Carpa putting it in. Cancun making a substitution right there. And a couple of them. Parra and now Parmo. And Royal taking a slight injury. Bastardo taking a slight injury. I would like to see more. There we go. Jimenez in now. Nine to 2 here on aggregate. And Cancun just too strong. Atlante has that 2-goal lead right now, and things are all square at 2, it looks like, over in this Alabrahes matchup. Right now, Dan Bruschi has 1 goal, while Parker Jacob has scored 2. It's an aggregate score of 2-2 right now, and oh, this is a tight one. Darth Gator with another hat trick, though, in that game down there. And it finishes 9-2 on aggregate. I want to hit view, but I don't want to break it. So we ain't hitting shit. We're just going to let it go. All right. Cristobal Carpa has the most goals through both stages at 37. Bob Royal has 36, while Parker Jacob has 34. The next player behind him is Correcaminos' Jesus Salah with 19. Philly Billy has 18. Christopher Trejo, 16. Julio Cruz, which is Alabrahes' new star, at 31. Has 15, and 26 appearances. Call it an upset, baby. The comeback boys are here, and they're in on the final. Well, give us a second so we can watch it. Yeah, if you don't mind, we kind of don't need to ruin it, right? Thank you. All right, now going to that matchup, it does look like Tom Murphy scores in the 80th minute. Let's go ahead and take a good look-see at that game. So I don't need that there, need that there. Down 1-0 to start this matchup. Atlante has to find a way to go ahead and get the match, the goals needed to keep this a good match. Nah. We're going to get in and call it anyways. Freddie Stone plays it back to Arota. Arota up to Jacob. Jacob shoots and gets it past Ochoa right there. On aggregate, this game is all square at 1. Lopez swings it back to Duran. Duran up to Carrera. Here we are about 28 minutes into the first half. Benny Diaz working his way down the pitch. Diaz into Guerrera. Guerrera swings it back over to Ibarra. Ibarra into Guerrera. Guerrera into Jacob, and Jacob gives Atlante the 2-1 lead here on aggregate. And now they just have to play with the lead. Dan Bruschi from the free kick here in the second half to get things started. And he buries it for Deo Chaka. A dangerous goal-scoring machine right there. All square here. Late, 80th minute. Alabrejis with the ball on their foot. Bresky Stacks plays it over. Pizarro now trying to get around their man. Pizarro to Vasquez. Vasquez over to Stacks. Stacks down, and it will be stopped. But Tom Murphy gets the ball back on his foot over to Santos. Santos down to Lionel Tiger. Lionel Tiger swings it in, finds Tom Murphy, and goal for Deo Chaka! And that is the game winner right there. Late, as Atlante is unable to find a third goal and push it to penalty kicks. Atlante had 22 shots in this game. Alabrejis just playing that counter attack. And able to get it into the back of the net enough times and move on to face Cancun in the finals here on Wednesday of this week. That'll be April 29th, everybody, Wednesday. Unfortunately for Atlante, they will fall and not be able to move on. Womp womp. Damn it. Morelia loses, and they're I like whoever beats me to go ahead and, go all the way. 46 minutes for Nambo. Nambo had himself a fine game. Now, Tom Murphy's a player that I loaned on over to Alabrejis. And the fact that he's able to do that right there. Oh, wait, no, maybe I didn't. Yeah, I loaned him over. That's right. So good to see him come off the bench there and get that goal right there for them in the biggest of stages. We'll go ahead and continue just one time and then hit that save. Thank you. All right. And we're not going to advance from here. How you doing, Data Point? What a matchup there for Alabrejis. They were one of the worst teams in the league the last 2 years. That other ump, Aiden Pierce, taking over through the first stage. Not the best team. That's not their fault. Just calling it like we sees it. Let me get that opening stage. There it was. Alabrejis finished dead last for the opening stage of the second season. 2 wins, 4 draws, 8 losses. If I remember right, it was like an 8-game losing streak in between 1 win and then another win and then 4 draws somewhere sprinkled in. It was a rough year for them. I remember that other ump's frustration. I told him, stick it out. Get yourself some good scorers. Go out there. Find some scoring. Work on that formation and turn it around you will. Well, turn it around you will they did. As now they are headed to... Oh, damn it. I'm not going to let me do it the easy way, are they? It's like, you know, just let me in. It would be so nice. So nice. So very nice. There we are. Alabrahe's now headed to the championship final against Cancun. They finished the second half 6 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses, 3rd place, knocking off 2nd place Atlante to get themselves here. Looking at the first, oh, that's the final. I don't want that. Quarterfinal, Alabrahe's faced Correcaminos and walked away 4-2 winner on aggregate. In the semifinal matchup that we just watched, or replayed at least, Atlante fell 3-2 on aggregate to Alabrahe's. Dan Brewski factoring in on 2 of those goals, with Tom Murphy being the hero on the game winner. And that's kind of your Alabrahe story. As we get ourselves there, let's go ahead and look at the team just a little bit more if we can. Yeah, okay, perfect. Their goal scorer is Julio Cruz, is the league or their team leading scorer. Dan Brewski is in 2nd place with 4 goals. Dan Brewski turning on the scoring. Also, putting the belt on Tiffy was a good move. Oh, I didn't know they put the belt on Tiffy. Did they do that Friday? And what belt? What, like a U.S. title? I didn't watch SmackDown, so... Yeah, U.S. title. Actually, I think I knew that. Yeah, U.S. title. Which is crazy that she's not on the U.S. title scene now. But, makes sense. Let her work herself back up. Yeah, there you go. True. Like I said, let her build herself back up. Diego Lopez, your 3rd place on scoring for them right there. Mauro Nombo and Tom Murphy, both coming over from Morelia and thriving here. Their leading assist man is Lionel Tiger and Harold Vasquez. Lionel Tiger is John Rist's player who's done very well on this team, having played 20 matches over the course of the 2 halves, 2 goals, 4 assists. Yeah, it's 100% going to happen. Now, everybody, let's go talk. Now, you know what? Let's talk about Mura Ocho before we move on. Sorry. Mura Ocho, in the opening stage, had 32 goals given up against him. Here in the second one, it's only been 22. He has had 6 clean sheets, while in the first half, it was only 2. A much better defense playing in front of him, I am sure. Looks like his passing's really bad, though. Huh, that's strange. Player of the match twice. Penalties faced, 1. Doesn't tell you how many he stopped, though. That's weird. Okay. Now, everybody, the team that you all know. The Cancun Iguanas. Winner of the first stage, the opening stage championship. They beat Guadalajara 9-0 in that championship aggregate match. It was a beatdown of epic proportion, everybody. At Morelia, tried to get themselves into it, but unable to go ahead and get there. Now we find ourselves in the second stage, and if Alabrahe's does not want to be embarrassed, they're going to have to show up. They're going to have to play their stingy defense like they have all year and try to keep them off. Alabrahe's only conceded 18 goals. One of the lower matchups, Doritos, was in second with 14. Altenos Tepa was in third with 16. Your first place team was Cancun, only allowing 11 goals against, while Alabrahe's only allowed 18 here in fourth. Atlante allowed 19, they were in fifth. And Morelia is all the way down there at 30. They allowed goals in bunches, and Atlante exploited that. Alabrahes was able to keep Atlante off for the one game and not able to do it in the second. How will Cancun match up against them? Come back Wednesday, April 29th at 5:30 a.m. Eastern and find on out, everybody. This is your Football Manager Superstar League, and these are your superstars. If you are a Twitch viewer and you're watching right now, or if you're a YouTube viewer and you would like to have a player, you're more than welcome to make one. However, to upgrade your player, it is through the Twitch points that you can upgrade your player. We have a bunch of fun interactive things for you down in the commands. Every 1,000 points will get you a boost. I do have a 5-1 there for those that wish to just go ahead and knock out 5 at a time. You can go ahead and buy that for 5,000 as well. Every day for 1 channel point, if you come on in and request a song for us to listen to just to make me happy, I give you a free boost for that as well. Parker Jacob leads the goals right now, but unfortunately for them, there will be 2 more matches played where Bob Royal has a chance to go ahead and score the 3 goals and take the lead. But Parker Jacob is your league leading goal scorer right now through the semifinal. Bob Royal in second place with 20. Crystal Bacarpa has 15. While Darth Gator and their explosion of goals as of late. What do you mean no games played? Yeah, they scored 7 goals in the last 2 games. 8 goals in the last 3 if you count that 1 goal against Doritos. Here in the playoffs, 8 goals, 4 games. They had been quiet. Their last time they scored was back in February 20th. Hello, functional parrot. And how are you today? Darth Gator, that's a very long time not to score a goal. They scored a goal on February 20th, and the next time they scored a goal was April 24th. Wow. 2 months, 4 days. Now, they did have assists in between, but that just shows you how dangerous this Cancun team is, that they were able to score the amount of goals that they did, and one of their star players had not scored for over 2 months. You know, think about it. That's like your Sidney Crosby being in the playoffs and not scoring a goal. You're going to lose, right? Or how about your league leading goal scorer before the playoffs not having a goal? Mantha. How about your league leading scorer since he joined the team not having a goal? You're going to lose games, baby. You're going to lose games. All right, enough about my Penguins. Back to our football team. How you doing today? You said you just woke up? Well, how was your weekend then? It's kind of hard to judge how you're doing if you just woke up. But how was that weekend, right? Still giving me a doing well. I appreciate that. Parker Jacob, everybody. What a story for this guy right here. First half, 12 appearances, took a slight injury, was only able to score 13 goals, 4 assists. Back into the second closing stage. What games did you play? That sounds like a banger freaking. Okay. Are you going to be into Monsters and Memories when it comes out? You think? Or. There is a play test. You always end up back with EverQuest. That's fair. That's fair. May 29th to June 7th, there's a play test. Oh. Don't hit continue, boys. All right. Back looking at this, just looking at stats, that's all. Bobby Reeboks. Bobby Reebok for Morelia allowed the least amount of goals in 10 appearances. Raul Guadino in 18 appearances allowed 14. Junior Rebel in 15 appearances allowed 27 for Morelia. Atlante's Leonardo Duran allowed 20 in 13. While Alabrejis allowed 22. Mura Ocho in 18. Shutouts, like we said, Raul Guadino right there with 7. Mura Ocho with 6. Rebel and Bobby Reebok with 4 and 3, respectively. Saves held, Mura Ocho had the most at 59. Saves parried would be Fernando Hernandez with 43. Conceded per 90 would be Bobby Reebok, conceding 2.41 per 90 in 10 appearances. Wait, why is he not the most? Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Ew. William Bravo's Irapuoto allowed 47 goals in 18 appearances. Junior Rebels allowed 27 and 15, while Bobby Reebok allowed 13 and 10. On the other side of that would be Raul Guadino, allowing just 0.78 per game, per 90. The expected goal, Bobby Reebok is down there at 1.11, while Junior Rebel is up there at 2.05. Oh, wow. Expected goals prevented, Junior Rebel's at negative, Bobby Reebok's at negative. Wow. Raul Guadino is at negative 6.41. I don't know how that one works. We definitely didn't. Hey, what's up? No problem, man. Much love, broski. The saves per 90 definitely has. He made only 2.41 saves, while Junior Rebel had to make 6.13. Huh. That's some interesting little action right there that I didn't know about. Yeah, you got it, Hogman. The page. Save percentage, Moreno has the best. Guadino's right behind. Mura Ocho behind that. Going back over to that Cancun team now. Got a little sidetrack there looking at stats. And there it is, everybody. Their league-leading goal scorer right there for the whole stage is Cristobal Carpa. 39 goals in 32 games, 24 assists. Cristobal Carpa is going to be the MVP for this league this season, I imagine. Bob Royal in second there with 36 goals, 19 assists, coming on real big here in the second half. Christopher Trejo, one of the better signings for this team. I don't remember when he joined. Let's see. Yeah, came in last year. He was a signing from Morelia, actually. Wonder why Sandwich Lord let him go. Feels like he probably shouldn't have, considering Sandwich Lord had a problem scoring goals. Christopher Trejo wanted by Atlas at the end of their crown. Badoof in the chat. That's Darth Gator right there, everybody. Having scored only 4 goals in the opening stage. They poured it on in the second stage with 11. Last year, they scored 34 goals. So this is a down year for Darth Gator. But coming on in here, good morning, Rick. Showing on up here in the playoffs for their team. Mukau, 2 goals for the diminutive defenseman back there on that back line. One of the better jumpers, though, in the league. You will see him jump to big heights for only being 5'1". And he did grow an inch. He came into the league at 5 foot, able to get a little bit more. 2 goals here in the opening stage, unable to get anything here in the closing stage. But plays very good defense for his team. Matches won 17 of 18. No fouls. Usually runs about a kilometer. Blocked 6 shots. Very good on the key passing. Intercepted 50. Good tackling. Good chances created. Now we go to Sandwiches Rock. 1 goal, 2 assists here in the closing stage. 17 games played. Coming off the bench just that once. 16 matches in the first opening stage. 33 appearances. 3 goals, 4 assists for Sandwiches Rock. That was Sandwich Lord in the chat earlier, everyone. Pokemon. Looking at Cancun, everybody, as we keep moving. Sucio Bastardo. That is a Carpoti B player as well. Opening stage. No goals, 5 assists. Here in the second stage, 3 goals, 8 assists. So now 3 goals, 13 assists for him this year in their first year. This is their first year in the league. Drafted last year by Cancun. 35 appearances, 3 goals, 13 assists, 2 player of the match. Hype man Bob Royal, who we have talked about, has been here 2 years. 27 goals, 10 assists in his first year. Second year, 36 goals, 19 assists. Cancun able to put those goals in the back of the net. And that takes us through all their players right there that are, actually playing for that matter. Should be able to, let's see here. Jamie Tart, unable to come on in just yet as he is drafted this year. We'll see him played next year for sure. The young Englishman coming on down here to Mexico, seeing what this league is all about. And then Fred Stead as well is another one that has to go ahead and get himself boosted on up for the Cancun Iguanas. Fred Stead has a lot of boost. He's ready to go. We'll take care of him. I was looking at his sheet. I was like, shit, I got to do him. I didn't do anything. Oops. And then there's Ed Stead as well, which is on Morelia. Attica Online just brought on in. Well, I'm not going to worry about that. I know that they'll come on in, so just show. Should be another player here. Why am I missing him? I am leaving on a jet plane. Psh. I think you're wrong. Some say Cancun. Hammer, you wish. Where's Justin Briere's player? strange. Hey, what's up, Celestial Ken? How are you today? We're doing great, thank you. But there's Attica's player right there. Hey, what's up, Cute and CFL? Good morning. I gotta check this real quick, everyone. I don't feel like this is right. Yeah, did I just not put him in? Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't. But I did everybody else? Yeah. Oh, okay. Glad I went and looked. Here's Snaggy. Yeah, okay. So we have everybody else. I literally forgot one player, and I'm sorry on that. Oh, shit. Countdown to 1K. Snaggy beast. All right, so we got to get Justin Burriere in real quick. And we might as well do that while we're on here, so... I wish you were here with me. An AM, everybody. All right, let's see. What do they want? Right foot? Yeah, and then I swear I did this, man. But all right. Like, I remember doing this. That's what's so weird about this. But all right. You say whatever you want. We will believe you. Canadian, yep. $5.11 is what I need to remember. $5.11, everyone. $5.11. Gators 980. Oh, nice. Yeah, I gotta remember, I don't see the streaks. I apologize. I gotta look down at the other monitor for that. It's weird. Whoa. Justin Briere is fast already. He said, I want to go fast. There we are, 35. Out of 75. positions will be. Perfect. All right, we'll leave that there. Sure. Cheers. All right, so Justin Briere is in. And then I made an executive decision, and I'm saying the 4th round, for the people that never showed up, aren't going to be in the league. They're 75 overall. We're going to say they didn't make it, all right? They haven't came in. I reached out to them on Discord. I actually got blocked by the one. I was like, well, you're not in the league anymore. So, you. They were additions from Reddit. They never came in. So, I was like, whatevs. Shit happens. So yeah, that is your Superstar League here on Football Manager 26. That gets us brought up to the league level where we're ready to play the championship matches on Wednesday. And as I have said before, we're going to go ahead and play that second stage championship, and then we will roll right in to whatever the final matchup is. So what happens is they're like the champion faces off against the first place from the opening stage and the first place from the second stage face off against each other for the championship at the end of the year. So even if Cancun wins, I think they figure out who would be the second place between those two, and then they let you face off. So we got that coming your way, everyone. Attica. I just showed your player, actually, Attica. I did not send out any sheets yet, just so you know. Oh, Attica Online. So there you are over on your Cancun team, I believe. Yep, Cancun. Cancun faux show. Attica with the 5-5 stream streak. Let's go, baby. You guys are crushing it, man. One trio in the chat. Thank you, Attica. But there's Attica's player. So that is something that we just went through. If you didn't see your player, let me go through that real quick as well. There's Jamie Tart, Cancun's first round pick. Attica Online, their second round pick. And then Justin Briere, their third round pick. Number 1 overall pick for Atlante, Yoda. Next up, their second round pick, Staffy Stack. After that was their third round pick, Snaggy Beast. The Sheer Lunkin player. Then we go to the number 1 team. They drafted Joe West first. Big Country Joe. Who do they draft next? Give me a second. I know this. I know this without looking. I knew everybody else's picks. And now I'm going to freeze on the final 2 that are left. Ah, yes. David Royal, the hype man. There we go. That's right. The hype man's brother, David Royal, coming on down. How could I forget? You know what I mean? How could I forget? And Buck Futter, Juice's player. How could I forget? And he has to be from Greenland, but Greenland's not a country in this game. So I had to make him from Iceland. So I needed to talk to him about that as well. And those were the 9 players that actually have indicated that they want to play in this, you know what I mean? They've done something. They've at least said hello, right? That's all. You have to come on in and say hello. Buckfutter is probably your favorite pick of the draft. For the name, yes. The fact you were able to get him in the 3rd round, too. He's one of the more active players, I will say that. Buckfutter comes in. Juice is in almost every day. Attica as well, you know what I mean? So, you guys, it was a good draft for as far as... Now, those final 3 picks, obviously, I don't have high hopes on those. We're not even moving them in. If those guys come on in, we'll take care of them. We'll get them in. But, again, I messaged them. I haven't seen nothing. Not a peep from them. Oh, and again, thank you for taking care of that. I'm going to give you 5 extra boosts as well for just doing the retaliation bullshit of that, man. I appreciate that. I really do. And just kind of coming up with the idea of it. For the mock draft. You kind of have now, even when you move across, you have your goalkeeper, you have a defender, you have a mid, you have mid attack, you have attack. You kind of have like a star in each place, ready to build out from that. And you can bring a veteran in until the minor is ready. Or if the person is ready, you can bring someone in to support. So you definitely have flexibility in how you build this roster out going forward. You know what? Yeah, let's look at that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to save this game as... All right, we'll save it here. Confirm. That I can make back. We could probably make that happen. Well, I know I can do that. Well, let's see. So what I'd have to do is I would have to take over the team first, I imagine. Oh, there we go. No. Here we go. I'm having a great day, Future. How are you? Mr. Reaper. Yeah, I can do that. I should be able to do that other room. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to make sure that I... And the under 21 sucks in this game right now. And I don't know how well that would work. But it's definitely worth... Why not attaching it, right? And all these players are going to be Mexican. You know what I mean? They're going to come with the attachment to that team already. So that makes it easy there. We will definitely add that in. Nah, that's why I like having other players here so that way we can come up with ideas. All right. I don't think I've ever looked at the financials of a team that in depth before, just so you know. Like, legitimately, I don't think I have. But interesting, none to say the least. All right, here. We're going to do this again, right? We're going to call this fork one because I know there's a fork out there. So what do? We say that you can't be any of the worldwide. Have to pick from the national. Or do we go down to the second? There's the second. They're all national here. That's what I'm looking at. Gives you a chance to move up. Gives you a chance to fall down. I'm working so hard just to get paid. They have a couple under 23s down there. Everyone knows. Here it comes, here it goes, there it comes, there it goes. Went to the landlord. Money, as everyone knows. It's all fake players right now, man, because it's not a real league. I didn't have it in, so it won't put in like real players. It looks like. And this isn't something we planned on ever playing with, you know what I mean? Whereas they have players in number 1. You got it, Attica. I like Series B, though. Oh, wait, that was Series... Yeah, that was B. We're seeing... Nah. No, you just got to build your team, I think. See, like Spezia has 3 players. Says they have 17. Ideally, they would fill it in. I do too. I do as well. And I think that allows for if somebody has a bad year, they get to fall down. You can just be a middling team and hopefully keep your team, right? This guy's getting paid 1.1 million. That looks like a salary that can be easily yeah, the salaries are there, you know what I mean? I do. I like it. We're gonna try Italy. Yeah, we're gonna try the Italian league, everyone. Series B is where we're gonna start. That way, it gives everybody a chance. But I do believe that they're gonna be kind of blank teams. But we'll see. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit continue. This is the fork save, everyone. All right. We are on the fork save. I promise you. Fork save. We'll even do this, all right? Okay, it's offline. I've already decided that, don't worry. Just got to figure out which teams are going to be available first, more than who's picking what. That's the biggest thing. Well, in this alternate universe, Alabrahes beats Cancun on penalties. This is some old history, just so you know, but Alabrahes wins the closing stage. That doesn't really happen, though, right now. This is fake history. This isn't some stuff that will not happen. So that would put Alabrahes versus Cancun for the champions match as well. And this is not real, everybody. We are in fake La La Land. I'm just trying to get to June 30th so we can do a little bit of, you know, yeah. Carpa becomes youngest ever Champions Trophy scorer. But do they win? I'm going to say Cancun wins the Champions Trophy. Oh, it hasn't happened yet. If you're watching this later, trust me, this is just fake. We're trying to figure out the outcome of where this league is going and how we're going to do it. And I'd rather show it on screen than me just clicking buttons later, because this is what I'm going to have to do. And this is what I was doing, but I only got to the championship match, and I was like, F. And it was much wilder. There we go. Oh, okay. Hey! Appreciate the lurk. That was the final for the second leg. I need to know where... Hold on. Alabrahes won it. Wow, in this alternate universe, Alabrazes wins the closing stage. And they win the competition? No, that's the opening stage, closing stage. Okay, yeah. Who wins? Like, there's a match that needs to be played. I know there is. Champions Trophy. There it is. 1-0. 3-1. Yeah, they lose. Okay. Yeah, Cancun beats them. Cancun was like, give me my trophy. Yeah. There it is. EL Champions Trophy. They win 4-1 on aggregate. They would beat Alabrazes. That would be if this were true. We'll find out on Wednesday. Now let's go look at that league real quick, by the way. We're into June 1st. Just curious what has happened over there. Moving to June 4th already, actually. That's nice. Wait, what does that say when we go there? Selected nations, selected leagues. Joining men's nation. See, it hasn't joined yet. And I have it that they're all playable. Seen above. Let's go back over to here. Let's just pick Mananza. Yeah, bro. They have more players on their team already. But I didn't pick Manza last time. Let's pick Carice. Carice has nobody. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Let's find out what happens on June 30th. We'll see what really happens, Rick. In this alternate universe, they don't win the second stage, but they end up winning the championship trophy. Hey, what's up, Apex Patriot? Yeah, we don't know. We're going to find out. The fact that Alabrazes was able to do it, though, during I think it's pretty cool. I do. I actually think that's really badass. I'll take it. How you doing there, Apex? And I'm just trying to fast forward everybody. So, oh, you played Undisputed? How did you like that? I actually enjoyed the hell out of that game when I played. A lot. It was a lot of fun. Dude, we were wrecking people. My undefeated career got stopped at like 33. Oh. Dude, I couldn't get up off the mat. It was so bad. And I might be doing all this offline and just getting us to where we need to be and setting the league up. As in universe, what this is the Superstar League has dissolved this partnership with the Mexican Expansion League, or the Mexican Second Division Expansion League. We are moving over to Italy. We have worked out an agreement with the Italian leagues. There is promotion, there is relegation, and we feel that our players will be able to grow better in the Italian league. We are signing a 3-year contract with the Italian leagues, and we're going to see how we feel 3 years in. We did 2 years here, and it just is not working out. So we are going to go ahead and move the league. All right. So that's where we're at right there. Now, with that comes some other things that I do need to bring on in. If I can't find any more managers, which I'm being realistic and realizing that it is very hard to find managers, as many Reddit posts as I put out, or it just hasn't brought anybody in, and that's fine. I'm still willing to keep this going with who we have. You guys are dedicated, and I really do appreciate that. We'll find more players. I know we can. As far as for managers, it'll happen. We just got to find the ones that can make it. So, but saying that, I think we're going to go ahead and have all of the Morelia players and all of the Doritos players and do a fantasy draft with those. I think it's fair to get them back on the teams. Now, I know I have 2 goalkeepers here, and that means, what do we do with those? Because they need to get play, and they shouldn't go on a team that, like, Alabrahis doesn't need a goalkeeper. You know what I mean? So does that mean, like, Cancun, who doesn't have a goalkeeper, is already stuck with one then? And unfortunately, Atlante already has one. So right there, that's why we closed the goalkeeping down. Balatos, appreciate that right there. Because it's just going to make it harder. You know what I mean? So we'll let that go, and we'll see what happens with that. But I would like to see those goalkeepers out, and all the players, obviously. There's some good players here on Morelia that need to go head on out. Mr. Gray, obviously, he has a potential of 125. Low Run has never done anything. Liquid Snake has the potential. He's here all the time. He doesn't really do the boost, though. Same with like a Roman Reigns. Somebody who's here all the time, but they don't do the boost. They just kind of, they're here. Tom Murphy was one of those players. Bobby Reebok. Let's see who else is here. Sean O'Kane. Can't forget about him. So those are some of the players that we want to make sure. Indica. Philly Billy on Doritos. So we'll do like a fantasy style draft, like, what would be maybe for like an expansion team kind of. But instead of it being an expansion team, it's one where we're, bringing the league together and just putting the players onto managed teams. So you are going to get a few extra players that way as well. Just something I feel needs to be said, and we'll put that out there. So you have N'Golo Maldini, Indica, Lord Hog, Philly Billy, which I don't know why Philly Billy's not on here. Ha! Philly Billy was sold. Philly Billy was sold. So we'll still bring him over, though. We're not going to let him get lost here. We'll bring him on over. But, yep, there you go. So we'll get him over. A little bit of a travel career for this man right here. So definitely things for us to look for and to know, just so you are aware, everyone. I do have to get to June 30th, though, before we can play in that league. Like, right now, I can't even assign you as that team. You know what I mean? Even if I wanted to. And this kind of fits thematically as it takes time to move a league from Mexico to Italy. 2 minutes till 4:20 on the West Coast, everyone. Let's go ahead and get ready. We missed 7:10. Nice catch, Attica. All right. Boom. That other ump, they're full now. They're full. Yep. All right, we're good. Yeah, all right. You can't be an under 23 team. That's a given. You can't be an under 23 team. So that takes 2 of them off right there. I'm looking to see who got... Can we see who was relegated? It wasn't them. Try to figure that out, bud. I don't think so, because it wasn't a league. See, if you don't have a league active, then it doesn't keep the stats. The more leagues that you have active, the slower the file moves. So you're not supposed to put all the leagues in. Why we only have the Mexican, all the rest reviewable at the top level, but not at the levels below. We might be able to... Hold on, yeah, let's see if we can look at that one. It's still being pretty stingy. I'll try to go look in file and see if I can find out who's winning this, who's losing this.
So that way we can say they're not acceptable either. I don't want anybody that just came from Series A to be picked. And we don't want anyone that's an under 23 to be picked as well. I think that's easy. I think that's a pretty good rule. And then what we're going to do is whoever wins, right? Whoever wins will pick first, second, third, done. Actually, we might go reverse order. I don't know yet. We might chaos it up. I haven't decided. Those are the three. Either we go in standing, we go in reverse, or we chaos it. Those are always the options. So here, let's just see. Boom. Nope. We got this, man. I know how to do this. Nope. SB is second base. CC is the last one. Okay? See, they've been in SB. Spezia was in SB. Santa Marania was in CC. Looks like they got promoted to SB. Reggiana was SB, stayed in SB. Pizza was in A and dropped, so you can't be Pizza, which is what I thought. Yeah, you can't be Pizza. All right? Pescado. They show that they're going up. So I'm not sure about that. Pescado shows that they're going up. Parma. You can't be Parma. Can't be Parma and you can't be Pizza. Palermo. Palermo is here, but it says that they're going up. So I'm not sure. Uve Sabia. You can be them. Yellows Varana. It's still showing them in A, so I'm going to say you can't be them either. Frosione. Frosinone. You can be Frosinone. Entella. You can be Entella. Sisana. You can be them. Catiana. You can be Catiana. And Carisi. You can be Carisi. So yeah. That's my short answer. There we go. Series BK. Yeah. Series A is the second most reputable league in the world right now. So that gives you something to build up to. Huh. Okay. That puts Series B as the 32nd. So yeah. Yeah, we'll get a definitive list after the finals on Wednesday, that other ump. But we'll get like a hard save, and no matter what happens, I'll kind of move players around to make it happen. We'll get the teams figured out. We'll get players moved on over after we can, obviously. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll figure out what we need to do so that way the league is run right. So, like I said, we're gonna be down a week. Perfect. And everybody's gonna get Italian citizenship. They're not going to be on the Italian national team, but I'm just going to give every single superstar that we're bringing over Italian citizenship. So that way you don't have to worry about them being a foreign player. You don't have to worry about them fitting on the roster. They're going to be able to play. You understand? Yeah, that's part of the agreement that the Superstar League. Yes. Yeah, we can give you Italian. Yes. That's something that I had done before, is make sure you were all able to speak Spanish. So, yes. Crash course for Italian happening. And that's just it. You're probably going to log out of the game after the championship match, and you're going to pick back up in the file like July 1. You understand? So it's going to be a little bit different. Speaking of which, let's go to Entella. All right, he's going to terminate his contract. And we're going to move him to Entella. There we go. That Duolingo. All right. Oh, by the way, save your tactic. If you haven't saved your tactic, save your tactic so then you can come on in and hit load and grab your tactic. What's up, Juice? Okay? So that way you don't lose it. Save all your shit. Go to your set pieces. If you can set your set, if you can save those, save those. So that way you're not having to do all this stuff later. I can't. Save as much as you can. If it'll let you save it, save it. And if it won't, take screenshots. So that way you kind of remember what you want. How you doing, Juice? I'm not going to be able to set all that. Transfer opens on the 1st. So that's perfect. Everybody would be. My vacation is over, friend. We went back to work on Saturday and then had Sunday off. And now we're back for the week. Yeah. We're going through with the Italian move, everybody. That league is not over yet. We still have the championship match to play, but I'm just showing a little showcase of what I was looking at and why I was thinking it. You know what I mean? So what we're going to do is we're going to go look at Salentino. And we are going to look at Gabo. We're going to compare him to Susio. Susio is showing a little bit better, but that's a pretty comparable player. Yeah, that's a comparable player there, my friend. Goldita in the chat. Don't sleep on it. Let's go look at Dan Brewski real quick. Okay, perfect. Let's go back. I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I did. These new ones they get harder. Gen 5 is where I tapped out. Dan Brewski on the right, that other up, this random Jed defensive center on the left. Dan Brewski's better. So there's, in this one here, it looks like, and I could be wrong, and this is where we need to continue playing on out. Looks like 8 teams make the playoffs, 2 get promoted, while 3 get relegated. But I'm not sure on that. Champions, promotion, top playoff, bottom playoff, and then relegation. Exactly. So if you're in the bottom 5, there's a playoff to see who actually gets relegated. If you're in the top 8, you're in a playoff and you get promoted if you're in the promotion or the champion. 2 teams get promoted every year, it looks like. There's a playoff with the top 8. I'm digging this right here. We go over to Series A. If you finish in the top 4, you're sent to the UEFA Championship League. Oh, yeah. You're still in Series A, but you get to play in Championship League matches. If you finish in 5th, you're going to the Europa. If you finish in 6th, you're going to go to the Conference League. If you finish 18th, 19th, or 20th, you're going to get relegated. I love this. This is what I need. So it looks like 3 teams get promoted. 1 team gets, yeah. Okay, 3 teams get promoted every year. What, champion, promotion, and then whoever wins the playoff? Okay. And that would track with Pizza, Parma, and Hellas Varna as teams that you can't pick. Okay. I think it would, Juice, I think for football it needs to happen. For soccer, I think it's what it's missing. You understand? 100%. If they brought relegation in and they actually ran it right, yeah. Not NFL. I'm talking MLS. Yeah. Yeah. And you would have to say AFL, XFL, college would be the feeder league. Feeder league would be college. XFL, AFL would be your secondary leagues, but they're not run at the same time. They're spring ball. So that doesn't work. You know what I mean? I don't think NFL needs it. NFL's working the way it works. But if you want MSL to actually take it to the next height, you have to offer that. They will have super conferences soon. You are right. Okay. We'll get the list together. Don't get set on your team because it could change, obviously. You know what I mean? I don't know the teams that are here could change, obviously. So just keep it in your back of your mind that teams could change. I should be able to. So let's say like you picked Reggiana. I could go into their affiliated clubs. Oh, let me do this instead. Club details. Club affiliations. Alabrahis. Okay. And I would put, we just move this all the way out to the 37. Oh, they're not going to let me? Oh, no. Whoa. There we go. Yep, 37. normal affiliated club. I don't know if I need to move that at all. I am going to put players move freely. Does it, whenever you used to highlight it, it used to tell you what it did. We're going to give you first option to buy. There, we'll make that a permanent deal. There we go. All right, let's see what that says now. Alabrejis, professional, okay. Players may move freely between Reggiana and Alabrejis. Reggiana have first option to buy players from Alabrejis. In practice, this means that once a bid for a player is accepted by Alabrejis, a bid of the same value from Reggiana must also be accepted. It is then up to the player to decide their future. We'll see how that works for year one. And then I'll move all the players over. I'm not saying you're going to be Reggiana, by the way. Uncanny, though, if I picked the team that you were kind of looking at. Because I am thinking... All right, how are we feeling? I mean... Or I can still run a team. I don't know if I... It makes it difficult. Because I really enjoyed doing what we did today. Just going in and like hitting... Hey, I want to watch this game instead of me running a team. But it definitely made it harder to look into the league when I wasn't in the league. That was the hard part. Is when you're not in the league, it doesn't let you look at everything the same way. And that's why I don't want any superstars. Because I'm just trying to play as a team. You know what I mean? Just like some team that's there. I'm going to stick with that. That's how I feel. I'm going to stick with it. And then we also have the Italian Cup, where you'll get to play like as if it's a tournament. So you'll have those matches as well that you're going to have to figure out and manage. We will have matches on Wednesday, everybody. So the league's going to move just a little bit slower, as we will have matches on Saturdays and Wednesdays going forward. Much more games, too. They have more teams over here, so we're playing more games. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I like that better, to be fair, everyone. I do. We played, we did what we could there. But I do feel that the move over to this league is going to be the move that the Superstar League needs. I do. It excites me. Who is that? Bulgarian First League? They have a friendly cup scheduled for me. All right, all right. Message from board regarding your player. We come to terms with your departure. Wah, wah. Whoa, no, whoa. All right. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to move over to the Italian League B. We'll set this up. I think we're going to go ahead and steal Series B KT. I don't want to call it the Superstar League now. They got some good branding over here. Series A, Series B. I think we'll leave it alone for right now. I am going to go ahead and change that name back so the Superstar League's off of that. And we'll think about that going forward. Ideally, all of you are going to be promoted up is the idea. There's only 3 of you, but you have to earn it, right? Gotta make it count. But then you could also get smacked F back down. So we'll see. But I'm super excited about moving to the Italian League right now. I can change colors. I can change what it's called. So we can do that. We do have goal line technology. We do have a winter ball. We can use extra officials. Why not? Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? All right, well, hold on. We're going to go down to Series B, actually. We're going to see what's up with Series B. Now, Series B uses goal line technology as well. I wanted to make sure. We were definitely having VAR no matter what. We might use the extra official, too. We'll talk about that. We want our games called correctly and clean. I'm just making shit up as I go along, everyone. Hey, what's up, Tyrannomasu? How you doing today? Ranked 32nd, and then if you get dropped down to the C, you'd be in rank 84. Let's see, Messina is a regional team. Compare him with a Sucio Bastardo. Here, let's do it with Philly Billy. Yeah, Philly Billy's just a little bit better than this C player who's a star player. Okay, that works. Yeah. Hell yeah. Perfect. So we are going to go ahead and do that as well as we talked about. We'll have the Mexican teams that you were a part of be your affiliated team. Well, that was hard. So wherever Gavin, Austin, and PJ move to, they'll have them as an affiliated team that they'll be able to move freely between them teams. So they can just move their other players back. I'm not going to make it that they have to loan them either. I'm going to make it that you can move them freely for at least season 1. If we feel that that is too abusive and not what we really want, then we'll go ahead and change it. But the leagues do run at different times. So ideally, you could get your guys some run before the season begins and figure out, hey, do I want to move him back or do I want to leave them there? Or, like some of those guys. But I'm not going to make it that you control that team. I thought about that. That was something that I actually just thought about. So let's go look at that real quick. So it would be like club details. You would go to the affiliated. And we would put, who is it? Morelia. Yep. Okay. This is like my sub team? I'm the main club. No. Club Alteco Morelia. There you go, perfect. All right, let's see what that did for it. And Della. So this Morelia one is players may move freely. The club share the same board. Morelia has all. Can't spell today? It's all right, buddy. It's one of those days. I don't know if that's a step too far. So let's go ahead and look at him. See, it's not letting me move it to that affiliate. We'll have to look into that a little bit. Where you don't want to wake up. Unexpected break stuff. I got you, Juice. Did you already use your request for the day? Make sure you get those requests in, man. I can't stress how important it is to your development as a player. Just getting that one every day. Oh, I know you weren't. I'm asking if you have, though. I'm picking up what you're laying down. 100%. Less than 10 minutes left. You got it, Revel. Hey, what's up, buddy? And I wouldn't boost Junior Rebel anymore. I would let him cook. I would get ready for the next draft. Your next player. That's just me. He's expensive right now. You know what I mean? You're not going to get a lot of bang for your buck. Are you ready? Are you ready? You got 60 days to get that done as well. And if they're under 23, they don't need to be registered. What's up, Mr. Hogg? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Love you too, man. So we got a lot of work to do, everybody, to get this league back to where we want. We're going to go ahead and wrap it on up on Wednesday. Take about a week off. We'll be back probably the following Monday with the new changes. We are going to be moving from the Mexican Second Division League on over to the Italian Second Division League. All superstar players are being transferred with their team on over to the Italian League. You're going to learn to speak Italian. You're going to get Italian citizenship. And we have a 3-year partnership with this league. I think that it's going to be our permanent home. We'll see how things kind of percolate out over the next 3 years as we would wrap up year 5 of the Superstar League project that we've been running. We've been moving at a pretty quick pace, as there's only been about 28 matches with a couple of playoff games in there. So there's a few more matches in this league. So we should slow it down just a little bit. We're still going to do Monday and Wednesday. We'll see how that pace works. And if we do continue on with our Friday hookups. I think we will. I think we will, actually. Because having more matches means that we're kind of in the season a little bit longer now, which is great. I felt like we were moving really quickly through all those seasons. Just my thing. That's just how I felt. So I am going to go ahead and start to wrap things up on here. This has been Football Manager 26, and I've been Savior420, bringing you the Football Manager Superstar League. What you just watched for about the last hour as we were running through has been kind of a sneak peek at what the Football Manager Superstar League is going to turn into. We're going to go ahead and rewind time and go back to the real file. So let's go do that right now, because I don't want to save. We are going to go ahead and load that one up right there. Make sure that it's accessible for our managers. And it is. There it is right there. Perfect. And there's all the coaches on their team right there. Now I'm going to go look for a Philly Billy real quick, see if he's already been sold in this alternate universe. He has not. So Doritos is getting close to selling him. Transfer is already arranged. Yep. So that's something maybe we can go ahead and just take off. So that way he doesn't get sold. I don't have to go looking for him. I'll have to remember that. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. We have a championship match coming your ways. Unexpected Alabrahes versus Cancun in the final, everybody. Who will win? Who will lose? Come back Wednesday morning, 5:30 a.m. Big deuces. Love. 2 thumbs up for the chill survives, everybody. Can't wait to see you next time. You know it, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. See you soon.